Here's a quick little one. I thought it'd be fun to talk about. Alrighty, let me share the screen. We're gonna go through this one quick, and I know you don't care for it, but let's do a mock draft.
Oh, nice.
Just something to do. This is from Sam Vicini, and we'll just go through this one. This is a good way to kill some time, but we'll try to do 30 seconds each. I'm gonna put a timer on my phone. 30 seconds each, 30 picks. That's about like 9 minutes. I mean, not 9 minutes, about 30 seconds, 30 picks. That's 300 seconds. 300 seconds times 6. I mean, divided by 60 is what, like 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes. Alrighty. So let's start it. All right, NBA mock draft. First guy on the clock, Victor Wembanyama. They have the Houston Rockets winning the draft in this. I don't believe the Houston Rockets win it. I think the draft lottery gods are going to give it to the San Antonio Spurs. But what can we say? I don't even think there needs to be that much time on Victor Wembanyama. Everybody knows him, 7'4". He's the combination of Rudy Gobert, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Kristaps Porzingis put into one player.
Touche.
Moving on
to Houston, the fourth largest city in America.
All right, Scoot Henderson. People are calling him the next Ja Morant, Derrick Rose. I think he's a dog. You know, people have said that if he was in any other draft class, he would be the number 1 overall pick. Thoughts on him?
I'm not a huge fan of that comment. I get it, but I think it throws a lot of expectations on him, but Detroit would be fascinating because they have a lot of guards if that were to happen.
Next one, Brandon Miller, called the safest player in the draft. He's arguably the best shooter. He's like shooting 7 threes a game at 43%, and he's kind of like a small forward coming Alabama, 6'9", small forward, power forward. What are your thoughts on him?
I'd love to have Brandon Miller on any basketball team I like.
Yeah, sure. I think he kind of comes off to me as, I don't know why I think this, but he's sort of the Jabari Smith of this draft.
Wow.
Not like in a bad way, like not Jabari Smith that we know right now, but Jabari Smith pre-draft.
Okay.
Where everyone was like he was the super. Yeah. Next up, Amen Thompson. I've seen comparisons for Amen Thompson as a more athletic, shorter version of Ben Simmons.
That used to be a positive, and now it's...
Yeah, well, like Ben Simmons when he was coming into the NBA, not Ben Simmons right now.
Yeah, I agree with what Vicini said. I love his upside. I know he's not a great three-point shooter, but I would definitely take him as well on any of my favorite basketball teams.
Yeah, first off, I don't. If I was the Hornets, if I was the 4th overall pick and I'm the Hornets, I would do everything I can to trade up.
Oh wow.
5, Jarace Walker to the Magic. I just don't see this one happening because why would the Magic draft another forward? Like, Jarace Walker is a 6'8" center, but he's awesome, dude. The guy is like 7'2" wingspan, averaging 16 and 7, 2 assists, shooting like 40 plus from 3. Great player.
What's the issue with Orlando taking a forward? If you mention the name Jonathan Isaac.
No, we have like Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, Wendell Carter Jr., Chuma.
Franz can play too.
I know. I just Jarace Walker. I just think like, why wouldn't we take like Asar Thompson or like
he's
Cam?
Only 6'8". He can play.
Or like
3.
or Cam Whitmore, you know. But Cam Whitmore over here to the Pacers. I love Cam Whitmore coming out of Villanova. He's, I think, a good player. I mean, he missed some games because of a thumb injury. His defense is all right, but he's a big old wing, like prototype wing that I think just fits in the NBA perfectly.
Yeah, he's from Villanova. He'll have a good career.
This is my steal of the draft, who I've been saying is the Josh Giddey and Tyrese Halliburton of this draft. 6'7" guard out of Arkansas, 19 years old, Anthony Black. Literally, the guy is averaging 15 points, 100 possessions, but he is such a good passer, such a good defense player. The only reason he's not higher is 3-point shots a little broken right now. But I've been saying that if he figures out how to shoot consistently from 40% from 3, he could have a higher ceiling than Scoot Henderson.
Yeah. Just draft anybody from the SEC and you'll enjoy the
Big 12 is
Yeah,
the best basketball conference. Lasar Thompson is the wing version of Amon Thompson, who's more of the guard version. He shoots below 30%, but he's a good defender. I mean, he's the lesser of the twin brothers.
I guess that sounds shitty.
Keontae George, I mean, he's had some moments, and sometimes he gets inconsistent, but I've seen comparisons of Eric Gordon. I like it.
Who won that game on Saturday?
KU came back in the second half and dicked them down.
Damn.
Yep. Grady Dick. I've said Grady Dick is a bigger version of Kevin Herter. I said Grady Dick
in his name.
Yeah. The chant is you suck dick, you suck dick, you suck dick is what other school chants when Grady Dick's on the floor. But Kevin Herter is my comparison for Grady Dick, and I'm not just doing that for like they're both like Grady Dick's a larger, better rebounding version and arguably a better defensive version of Kevin Herter, but offensively and role he would play in the NBA very similar to Kevin Herter in my opinion. Kassan Wallace, he's a 6'4", I think a really good defensive first with a good 3-point shot, very safe draft pick right here. The reason he doesn't go higher is I think he just has a low ceiling but a high floor type guy, like what you're getting from him. Nick Smith is a guy who's been hurt a lot this year, but we've heard Jamal Murray comparisons to him, more of a scorer than anything defensively.
He's really fallen.
Yeah, he was like a lottery.
He used to be a top dog.
This guy's been calling Ryan Rupert out of the NBL, playing for the New Zealand Breakers, 6'7" with a 7'3" wingspan. I said he could be and he grew up playing point guard. I said he could be OG Anunoby with ball handling skills on crack.
Whoa.
Yeah.
OG with ball handling.
Yeah, on crack. This is what Ryan Rupert has the potential to be. And he was in the NBL and now he's playing regular minutes. And that's the NBL where you aren't given things like the G League. You are earned. Everything is earned in the NBL. Then Jalen Hood Schifino is a guy who's been climbing up the boards. He's this 3-and-D guy that we've seen. Pretty solid.
The Lakers would take him.
Yeah, Jet Howard's arguably one of the best 3-point shooters coming out of Michigan. Are you one of those kids from Chicago who loves Michigan? I know so many people from Chicago who's obsessed with the University of Michigan. Why is that a thing?
I hate Michigan.
Why are people from Chicago obsessed with the University of Michigan?
Probably because their family's yacht resides on the harbor there, and they take the yacht out there a lot.
Chris Murray is Keegan Murray's left-handed twin brother. He's basically like Keegan Murray, but lesser. But he's still good. Bryce Sinsabo, we're just gonna start going through this. 6'6", good 3 shooter, and he's got some defensive talent. Fits the Golden State Warriors like a T. Jordan Hawkins, another good shooter, and he's got some defense. Seems like a Knicks guy. Max Lewis, Pepperdine, small guy.
Yes.
Best mid-major school. He's actually averaging 18, 6, and 3 while shooting 36.6 from 3. 6'7", got NBA athleticism. Derek Whitehead has fallen. He was another guy that was a lottery pick, now going in the 20s, but that's because of injuries. G.G. Jackson. People are obsessed with him, but the problem with him is that he's on one of the worst teams in the SEC, and his true shooting is 47.4%.
Bastard. I
like him though. He's really good. Colby Jones, he was going to be a late first, early second last year. Do-it-all guy, 6'6". He literally can play point, shooting guard, small forward, power forward. Shoots 42% from 3. This guy is just a glue. He can play so many positions. It's unreal. Julian
Raptor.
Yeah, Julian Phillips. Yeah, it screams Raptor right there. Julian Phillips is a good defensive player with some switchability. I think he can come in. He's basically built like Rui Hachimura, but better defense. You got James Nanji from Barcelona. No relation to Zeke Nanji. This guy, he started his European basketball career at the Hungarian Academy before he moved to Spain in 2020. He's 6'10", 18 years old. He's one of the league leading rim protectors and shots blocked in the Liga ACB for Barcelona. And he looks like he could be like Ismail Kamagate from last year, who was a late first-round pick by the Denver Nuggets, who still plays for Paris basketball this season. And I see Zeke Nnaji as a draft and stash. Derek Lively, another top 10 pick who's fallen. Just an old school 7'1" with a 7'7" wingspan, could probably be like the Day'Ron Sharp of this draft class. Kyle Filipowski, some people are saying a bigger version of Naz Reid. Then Kobe Bufkin, he seems like
Rocket.
could be a good, athletic defensive guard in the NBA. And then Leonard Miller, he was a point guard who grew to 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan. He seems like he could, follow like, I don't know who to compare him to. He's kind of like himself, but like this 6'10" wing, kind of like a poor man's Michael Porter Jr. maybe. And Quavian Smith kind of could be like Tyrese Maxey. You should have gotten the first last year.
So bad.